welcome to Master 79. In this lesson we look at English dialogue for giving your opinion. You will learn how to ask for an opinion, how to give your own, how to agree, and how to disagree politely. All speakers and example sentences in this video are invented for teaching purposes. Here is what we will cover. Asking for someone's opinion in everyday and in more formal English. Giving your opinion at 3 levels of strength. Agreeing fully and agreeing only in part. Disagreeing politely without sounding rude. Then 2 complete dialogues broken down line by line and some practice prompts for you. Everything you see on screen is invented for teaching, not taken from a real conversation. First, asking for an opinion. In everyday English you can say, what do you think about it? How do you feel about that? What's your take on this? And in British English you might also hear, do you reckon it's worth it? In a more formal setting, try, what's your view on this? Where do you stand on this? I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Or could I ask your opinion on this? Notice that the formal versions are longer and less direct. That is exactly what makes them polite. Now, giving your opinion. Think of it as 3 levels of strength. Soft, for when you are not certain, I suppose. It seems to me that. I'd say. I tend to think. Neutral, your normal everyday level, I think. In my opinion, from my point of view, as far as I'm concerned. And strong, for when you really mean it, I'm convinced that. I strongly believe. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm absolutely certain. Choose the level that matches how sure you really are. Agreeing, for full agreement, say absolutely. I couldn't agree more. That's exactly how I feel. Or, you've got a point there. But very often you only agree in part, and English has some lovely phrases for that. I see your point, but that's true up to a point. I agree to some extent. In a way, yes, although partial agreement sounds thoughtful, and native speakers use it constantly. Disagreeing politely. The safe pattern has 3 steps. First soften, then disagree, then give your reason. For example, I see what you mean, but I'm not sure that's the whole story. I take your point, though I'd look at it differently. I'm afraid I don't quite agree, and here's why. That may be true, but have you considered? Try to avoid saying you're wrong or that's nonsense. In English, a bare contradiction sounds far sharper than it does in many other languages. Dialogue 1. 2 colleagues, Maya and Tom, are talking about working from home. Both speakers are invented.
Tom, what's your take on working from home 3 days a week?
Honestly, I'm all for it. In my opinion, I get far more done without the office noise.
I see your point, but I'd say we lose something too. It seems to me the new starters learn much faster in the room.
That's true up to a point, although we could bring everyone in on the same day for that.
Now that I could agree with.
Dialogue 2. 2 friends, Alice and Ben, are leaving the cinema. Again, both speakers are invented.
So, what did you think?
I'd say it was beautiful to look at, but the ending let it down.
Really? I'm convinced the ending was the best part. It made you do the work.
I take your points though, for me it felt unfinished rather than open.
Fair enough. We'll have to agree to disagree on that one.
Let's look at what those speakers actually did. Honestly, I'm all for it, is strong support, and it's informal. I see your point, but softens the message before pushing back. Up to a point signals that you agree only partly. Fair enough, accepts the other person's view without sharing it. And agree to disagree ends a friendly disagreement with no hard feelings. Now 5 mistakes to avoid. Do not say, I am agree with you. Agree is a verb, so it is simply, I agree with you. Do not say, according to me. Say, in my opinion. According to is for other people and for sources, never for yourself. Do not say, I think that no. The negative moves to the first verb, so it becomes, I don't think so. Do not say, I'm strongly agree. Just, I strongly agree. And finally, do not begin every single sentence with I think. Vary it, or your English will sound flat. Three tips to sound natural. 1. Start with a small softener, such as well, actually, or to be honest. 2. Give one short reason after your opinion. A single sentence is enough. 3. Hand the turn back with a question, like what about you, or does that make sense? Opinion, reason, question. That rhythm is what keeps a real conversation alive. Your turn. Pause the video and answer these out loud using the pattern opinion, reason, then hand back. Question 1. Should schools ban mobile phones? Question 2. Is it better to live in a city or in the countryside? Question 3. Are electric cars really greener? Take your time and say your answers aloud. A quick recap. To ask what's your view on this. To give, choose your strength, I'd say, I think, or I'm convinced. To agree, absolutely, or that's true up to a point. To disagree, I see what you mean, but. And whatever you say, always add a reason, then hand the turn back. That is the end of this lesson on giving your opinion. If it helped you, please subscribe to BMaster79 and leave your opinion in the comments in English, of course. See you in the next lesson.